Okay, my lovely chemists, just for fun, we're going to do another worked example of how to write half equations. So let's take sodium reacting with chlorine to make sodium chloride. I know the first thing I need to do is balance this equation. So I'm going to balance my chlorines. Then I need to balance my sodiums. Next, I need to assign oxidation numbers so that I can see what's been oxidized and reduced. Sodium, that's elemental, so it's got an oxidation state of 0. Chlorine, it's in its elemental form, oxidation state of 0. Sodium is a group 1, so it's got an oxidation state of +1. Chlorine, that's going to have to balance out the sodium, so it's -1 in this case. So now I can see that I have had change in oxidation states. I definitely have a redox reaction. So let's write the half equations. Remember, half equations focus on different species. You can only use one species in a half equation. So in this case, sodium makes, or 2 sodium atoms make 2 sodium ions, each worth +1. Now I know that metals always give away electrons, so +2E-. Each sodium has given away 1 electron to form a +1 ion, and I have 2 electrons each. So I have 2 electrons total, 1 electron each. Now my next half equation is with the chlorines. So I've got chlorine in its elemental form, which makes 2 chloride ions, each worth -1. So I know I need my electrons on the left-hand side of the equation. So it doesn't matter which way round I put them. Over here, I can put 2E- plus 2 chlorines makes 2 Cl ions. Now you can see, have I got my electrons on opposite sides of the equation? Yes, I have, which is good because one's given away and one's gained. So I can either use oil rig, oxidation is loss, reduction is gain. Well, the sodium has lost its electrons here, so it must have been oxidized. Here, the chlorine has gained 2 electrons to become a -1 ion, so it must have been reduced. Or I can say to myself, not worry about oil rig, I can say, remember the chemist that got asked on his date and he said, no, sorry, I can't go on a date because I only do redox. Increase is oxidation. Decrease is reduction. So sodium has got more positive. Its oxidation number has increased. Therefore, it has been oxidized. Chlorine, its oxidation number has gone from 0 to -1. So its oxidation number has decreased. So it must have been reduced. Both ways are correct. Now what you can do is you can write your full ionic equation. You just put your half equations together. Do we need electrons in half equations? No. So we're just going to cancel out these 2 electrons here and here. So let's take the full ionic equation. We just write everything this side. So 2Na plus Cl2 makes, now we're going to write everything on this side except for the electrons. 2Na plus 1s plus 2Cl minus ions. That's a full ionic equation. Easy peasy really, huh?